right, guys, if y'all been paying attention, we've been real locked in. And one person we need to lock in on is Jasmine Crocket. I've seen a lot of clips, man, and I've heard a lot of things she has to say. Now, I enjoy to hear how passionate she is about what she believes, but she can come off quite aggressive and a little bit too aggressive in some certain situations. But for the most part, I guess I want to sit back and, kind of hear what she has to say. Y'all listen to this.
Because the Supreme Court has paved the way for half the stuff that we see that's going on. Listen, Donald Trump is a piece of shit. Okay, we know that. Yes. He is. But in a functioning democracy, he still would not be able to get away with this. But he's been able to get away with this because the House Republicans are complicit. He's been able to get away with this because Senate Republicans are complicit. But most importantly, the courts, especially the Supreme Court, is complicit. And so I think one of the places that we have to start is they are the highest court in the land, and they have no ethics guardrails. Now you go down to the lower courts and they do. How much sense does that make? When we know that they're taking money, we have the paper trail, and they refuse to put guardrails on themselves, so it's time for us to do it for them.
Now, those are some strong words, madam. Her approach on the situation is, we won't back down, we will fight back. And although she's saying that, the Republican Party is trying to take advantage of their position, we all already know you guys both do that. Like everybody who's in a role where they have some sort of say so, they're going to leverage their opportunities. Come on now. Like, that is something plainly common sense to anybody who wants to use their common sense. So it's like, for her to say that as if the Democratic Party isn't also doing the same thing, it just proves how, man, y'all just be going back and forth with the BS and just trying to rile people up for what and why? What is the real reason? And then she makes claims like, in a functioning democracy, Trump wouldn't be able to do the things he's doing, when in all reality, the reason the democracy is on a downslope is because it was becoming unfunctioned. It was unfunctioning itself. It was breaking down on its own. And that's due to the decisions being made by people in charge. Like, are we going to sit here and really be so blind to the fact that you guys crumbled your own situation? You guys tore down your own empire. Reasons why is because, first off, y'all got a little bit too comfortable. Then once certain stuff started sliding, y'all just started to say, hey, man, they'll believe anything. They'll do anything. So let's just say anything. And, they're going to go along with it. And that's what she's deciding to do. And the reason people back her so much, and I can see why people probably back her, is because, like, she sounds real passionate, bro. Like, she got that fire in her. Like, I love to see it, boo-boo, but you a little bit too hot out here. And what you are saying is majority of BS, and half of it is true, but let's not act like both parties aren't doing the same thing. And especially when you guys have the role of power, and for you to make it seem like they're doing something that's wrong is crazy. When you don't see nothing wrong in what y'all doing, it's just ludicrous.
Jasmine Crocket.
Your last and final speaker, but let me tell you something. I want to make sure that I make it clear who these people that are standing behind me are, because I don't think that the American people truly understand the amount of sacrifice that these warriors and heroes are making right now. Most people don't understand that in the Texas House you only get paid $7,000 as it is as a salary. But these people are saying, listen, we are going to do our job because we understand our oath, unlike those that serve on the federal level and are Republicans, as well as those that serve in our current Supreme Court and happen to have been appointed by Republicans, as well as those that serve in the Texas House right now and happen to be Republicans. These are people that understand what it is to be a representative. They understand their constituencies, and instead of trying to stomp on them, they want to do everything that they can to stomp for them. And so that's why they're here. Now let me say, this governor talks a lot of noise, and I made sure that I put up my warrant from 4 years ago to make it plain that they talk a lot of noise, but these guys are weak. That's why they're over here trying to bully people. Bullies are always weak. The difference is they expect Democrats to kind of be the nice guys that we are. They expect us to take the punch and say thank you. Well, I am here to tell you, not only are we going to punch back, but we about to beat you down.
You see, now that right there is where they throw everybody off, man. And then you see people clapping and smiling, and it's like, I get it. They got to a point where people are so gullible. People are so easy to finesse. All you got to do is tell them, hey, we're getting beat down, but this time we're fighting back, when in all reality, they have been the one in the front seat the whole time, guys. Like, they have been the one promising things time in and time out to specific groups of people. And it's like, how could you say we're getting beat down and this and that, when in all reality, man, y'all the ones been doing the beating, if you ask me. And as a matter of fact, Trump been dodging bullets and all type of stuff in this process. Like, who the one is really taking the beat down and really has to be in fear just to even try to do what they feel is right? Ma'ams, you are tripping bad. Like, it's real bad, to the point where, yo, she's saying this stuff with her chest up and her head high, like really believing it. And I know it's some people that's really gonna believe it, because, you know, they already realize, like, man, these people, they don't even think for real. Like, we can just tell them what we want to, and let's just try to play like we're fighting back, when in all reality, we're trying to keep control. You know, once we notice we're losing grip, that's when it becomes a problem. And then it's like we keep playing this race game. It's like it's starting to get played out, man. And I understand certain people gonna come at you because your demographic. Oh, how are you not a Democrat, and you're this color and you're that race and this and that? Man, wrong is wrong, right is right. And I feel like that's the only thing people should be paying attention to. What's right and what's wrong. If you're paying attention to anything other than that, I feel like you're clearly lost. Everything else is a facade. It is to throw people off from what's really going on. It's like we can use people's emotions against them, and that's what I dislike to see at the utmost. I dislike to see it. I really don't like seeing it, man. And it's like, that's the only game can be played, and it's been working for so long. I don't understand why would they stop playing the game.
Because people are tired. And as it's already been said, we got a few truth tellers that came before us. A number of them came out of Texas. So I need y'all to understand that maybe you haven't learned these amazing warriors' names, but you will know their names. Y'all know how the president feels about me. Got my training ground right there in Texas. We know that there was another amazing black woman out of the state of Texas by the name of Barbara Jordan that had to check another corrupt president by the name of Nixon. So I'm here to tell you, just like I told a group of folk in Arizona yesterday, Frankie, Beverly, and Mays said it best. We are one. For everyone that's been asking, where are the Democrats? Well, here they are. For everyone that's been asking, where is the fight? Well, here it is. But let me tell you something. Don't leave them out on a ledge by themselves. They need to know that you, the American people, stand with them, because they are standing for you. There's so many people that they will never meet, but they understand the importance of making sure that they have a voice when it comes to their government. They understand the importance of standing for what democracy is and making sure that it does not fall by the wayside. They understand that we have a Timmu Hitler in the White House right now that thinks that he is going to become the dictator of the United States. Well, I got another thing to tell you, sir. The Democrats, no matter whether we're talking about these Texas House Democrats, or whether we're talking about the governor from Illinois, the governor from California, or whether we're talking about New York, or I can go through the states, and it's not just the governors. It is the state houses. It is the state senators. It is those congressional delegations that are saying, do what you got to do, and I will fight, and I will win, and I will earn my seat back to the people's house in D.C. I am here to tell you that time is up for playing in our faces. The Democrats are not going to stand for this any longer. We know that we are standing for the people. And so long as we stand for the people, I absolutely believe the people are going to stand for us. So I just want to be clear. Do whatever you can to support these heroes, because they are the ones that had to leave their families. They are the ones that have warrants out for their arrest. They are the ones that are doing things that, honestly, a lot of other people do not have the audacity to do. So make sure when you talk about them, press, put some respect on their names. I appreciate y'all.
For y'all to fight so much against freedom of speech, but boy, y'all speech, boy, it's free. Like, y'all get to say what y'all want to say, man. The only thing I can say about this, man, I encourage people to literally think for yourselves and actually look into situations rather than just taking everything you hear from anybody. And that goes for both parties. I'm advising you guys to do that for both parties. Think about what they're saying, because that's basically all we can do, right? We could actually listen to what you say and pay attention to the actions. And when the actions don't align with what's being said, it kind of makes it shaky for me to kind of vibe with what you're, doing. And I feel like you should give the same respect you would also want if roles were reversed. Man.